unless it's New York City or San Francisco, it's full on. If you want to book me, it's 100% of my merch. And if we don't get that, we're not going to play your club. I'm not asking for 25% of your bar, so there's no reason you deserve 25% of my merch. All that bullshit just came into play probably like 8-9 years ago, where these people are trying to take money that's not theirs. They don't deserve it. They're not driving thousands of miles to get it. A band like us, we sell record amounts of alcohol every night, and if that's not good enough for them, there'll be plenty of other bars that will take us on. And not just me, but a bunch of other musicians should start stepping up for that right, because it's, that's money they don't deserve. They're not out there sweating it and driving it and putting up with the road. So hopefully we'll be laying down some foundation for some musicians out there. Now, in arena shows and all those things, that would never happen, but that's why we keep it in the bars and give hope for the independent musicians out there. Ogden was fucking awesome. The Gothic, I had it in my rider that I always need a bottle of oxygen after a show, and some cocksucker from Live Nation told me to go outside and breathe. So I was like, well, I'll never fucking play your fucking bar again. And we found a new home at the Ogden. That's where we'll be bringing it. And last time we were there, the security treated the fans fucking awesome. They kicked ass, and it's a great room. So we'll be keeping our future right there. It was just the guy that owns that bar. He was the fucking asshole, limp dick, no good, cocksucking son of a bitch. We bring out a shitload of people, fill up his bar, sell over fucking $30,000 in alcohol, and he's gonna be a drunk asshole at the end of the night and all this shit. He got beat up when he was a young kid, and he's just had a limp dick ever since then, man. So we'll find another place around there and make it happen. Most of the time, it's owners that get drunk, and out of 20 shows, you'll maybe get 2 or 3 guys that's a jerk off. And then, we just say, I tell my booking agent about the issue, and we'll stay away from that club until homeboy loses his ass. And that's not just me. That motherfucker has a history with many, many bands on being that way. So we just called him out and letting him know that, just spreading the word. So hopefully he'll be shot down in flames.
I see they couldn't throw all of us out. Some of y'all managed to stick around and not get thrown out. Hey! To all the pit bull pride out there. And all those that got thrown out for no reason.
Most of this tour security has been great. And, tonight was a prime example where people they're not causing the problems. The security is causing the problems. You had a majority of a black staff in there that doesn't know how. They're a bunch of fucking amateurs, and they don't know how to. They're trying to control the pit. They're not in there watching the pit, watching for people throwing cheap shots and punching people in the face. They're out there. I just saw some kids jumping up and down, and this dread-headed security guards grabbing them and telling them to be still. And they're trying to control what's happening, and they're not treating it like a heavy metal show. Real security staffs that know what they're fucking doing do it correctly. They watch. If there's a fight, then they get there and dissolve the fight, and they don't try to control people. Tonight was a bunch of gung-ho black dudes that doesn't know how to fucking work a rock show, and they're just agitated. So it was basically a bunch of fucking amateurs. Pantera did the same thing. They had Big Val running it, So security caused more problems than the fans do, especially when you have a group of amateurs like we did tonight. A lot of clubs are just beating them down and not letting them get up on stage. In Seattle, I've been constantly stage diving there, and it just kind of depends on the venue and the security staff. Some places allow it and some places don't. A couple of nights ago, we had a group of kids that were constantly stage diving, and where was that? That was in Bend, Oregon. Fucking badass security guards. They're dressed like the crowd. There's only a few. They knew how to, watch the pit and watch for the low blows. And, we had constant stage diving and stuff like that. But a lot of bars are telling security guards not to do it because of lawsuits and things like that.